Hello everyone, this is Chidebere from Aspires Consulting. In my last video, I mentioned I'm going to be focusing on listening skills. Why listening skills, if you may ask? Simply because um, it is one of the part of the exam, IELTS exam, that involves other skills. What do I mean by that? In listening skills, you are meant to read and you're meant to write and you're meant to listen all the same time, because the audio will be played once. It will be played once and you're meant to listen for your answers and write it down while you read. And so you can see those three skills. Speaking, most times people tend to read things for them to understand it. Some just look at it, glance through it, and they make sense out of it. So that's why I'm focusing on that. Maybe if time permits, I'll go through the reading and the writing. But for now, we'll be focusing on listening. So I'm going to be doing this video. It's just a short video. I try to be more practical. I don't want to do any editing. So follow me as I go through this. It's just common clues. There are so many other clues, but I just want to show some of these clues from this particular exercise. Mind you, this is from the British Council, so it's not something I produce myself. This is actually from British Council, so I just decided to use this to illustrate or to show the importance of watching out for clues. If you look at this question, maybe before the end of this or at the end of my session, I'm going to drop this particular um, exercise on the comment section. You can download it, and I'll also as well drop the audio. You can download and practice on your own to see if you can attempt to answer all. Now, the good thing about listening test is that you will be given time to look at a particular section of the question. Now, for this particular section, you'll be given a minute to look at question 1 to 5. Now, the essence of that time is for you to go through these questions and be able to visualize what could actually be or what is likely going to be the answers. Now, these particular questions, you have 1 to 5, and from the recorded audio, if you have time to listen to it later on, you will discover that the caller, who happens to be the customer who called the transport service agency to find out different times and how he's going to navigate from where he's coming from and to where he's going. He called and said he lives in Bayswater and he's going to Harbour City. So if you look at this question, you could see that this transport is from Bayswater, where the caller lives, and his destination is Harbour City. Now the questions are there for you to fill in. Remember, I said you listen as you write down the questions. You read and then you listen and you write down, and the audio will be played once. One thing I want you to watch out for before you start, make sure you read the instruction. The instruction says write no more than 2 words and or a number for each answer. Now, I've heard some people ask questions regarding this instruction. What does that mean? Now, it means you cannot write more than 2 words. You can't write 3 words. Even if you hear 3 words, you can only write 2 words, the best 2 words that fit into the answer. And then you can also have situations where a number is attached to the answer. For instance, if the answer gives you the name of a street, probably number 5 David Street, 5 is part of the answer. David Street is 2 words. So that's why the instruction says 2 words and a number. For instance, let's ignore the or there, the OR. Let's ignore the OR. For instance, you can see that you can say 2 words and a number. For example, I gave 5 David Street, a number 5. David Street, 2 words. So we are still within the instruction. Now, some cases you have only 1 word, just two words, one word, but not more than two words. You can also have a number. For instance, if someone mentioned bus 556 and the answer is 556, that's a number. So this is just the instruction. Pay attention to the instruction. Now let's dive into these questions. I'll just show you some common clues. There are so many other clues. Probably I'll do more of clues in subsequent videos. Now this first question says express train leaves at. Remember, the word at is a preposition. It shows place, it shows time, it shows destination. So for someone taking this exam, the moment you see at, place, time, destination should come to your head. All right, you should visualize that. That's a clue. That preposition has given you a clue that you should be expecting to hear time, you should be expecting to hear a place, or you should be expecting to hear um maybe you should be able to have time, you have place and destination. All right, now for instance, you can see that this scholar is asking for express train. What time does it leave from a particular place to another location? So you should be expecting time, and mind you, your time could be paraphrased, it could be said in different ways. For instance, 7:30 p.m. could be said like 7:30 in the evening. 7:15 a.m. could be said 7:15 in the morning. 7:15 a.m. 7 dot not colon. I'm going to show you this when we talk about common mistakes people make when trying to represent time, currency during the exam. That will also help you to understand it well. And then the second question says nearest station is, so you should be expecting time. Sorry, I mean to say place. You should be expecting the name of a place. And then the third question says number 706 bus goes to. So you're also expecting to hear the name of a place. Remember, two words, not more than two words. And then number 4 is talking about number dash bus goes to station. Now number 3 is a clue to number 4. Now number 3 says 706 bus goes to somewhere. So we should be expecting another number of a bus because it's already giving us number dash bus. So you are looking at a bus number. That's a clue. Are you seeing this now? Number 5, earlier bus leaves at something, time, place. So you should watch out for a time. It could be a place. So these are common clues. Now, if I scroll down to the next question, number 6, you could see as well that number 6 has a dollar sign. Now, this is one of the common mistakes. I'm going to point it out in subsequent videos. In most questions, they will put the sign, the currency sign there, dollar sign, pound sign, yen, and other currencies. Don't make that mistake to repeat that sign when you are putting down the answer. For instance, let's say the cash fare is $5. $5, for instance. Don't make that mistake to put the sign and then 5. You're going to have a failure in that question. You're meant to put 5, only 5. So dollar is the sign there is already the part of the question. All right. Another thing you can see here is number 7, emphasis on PM. PM has been given. So if the speaker says 7:15 p.m., you are meant to just write 7:15. Don't write PM. Don't include PM. These are the common clues. I will still do more videos, but I just wanted to show you this for you to understand that this exam is quite very simple if you apply the strategies. And remember, each section of the question will have an instruction. For this part, it says write no more than one word and or a number. So just like I explained earlier, one word, not two words, not three words. One word and a number could go. A number could also be the answer, and then you can have just a word. So pay attention to the instruction. If you have any question to ask regarding these common clues, or maybe you have a passage that you have gone through and somehow you couldn't apply this method, just drop me a message on the comment section and I will have a review with you. If you have any question regarding this session I just talked about, please find time to drop a message on the comment section and then I will reply. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for you to hear subsequent videos, to see subsequent videos. The main objective of this is to help us, a lot of people who may be struggling, having anxiety, taking this exam. Mind you, this exam is straightforward and it's so easy to pass if you apply the necessary strategies. It's just to test your speaking, listening, reading, and writing. And I think by the time we get through these processes, some of these aspects, you should be ready for your exam. Thank you, and watch out for the next video. Bye.